the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Now, still on the case of the embattled Chief Justice, Her Ladyship Justice Gertrude Torkonoo. Yeah, Nadia, in fact, Ojinamu was suspension. Now, His Lordship Justice Baffoe Bonnie are taking over the helms of affairs as the acting Chief Justice. Supreme Court had the ruling Betoja with regards to the Honorable Asefua, in fact, Nsem-Pii or they got down about the suspension of the Chief Justice. It really Emma. In fact, they Betoja say the Honorable Asefua Nsem-Pii any in papa. Now, numerous international organizations, in fact, Akasa, had the suspension of the Chief Justice, whether it is constitutional or unconstitutional, whether it violates certain laws and principles of the 1992 Constitution or it does not. A host of other legal luminaries actually now, the biggest of the international organizations, Enanope or Mo Akasa, the Commonwealth Lawyers Association. Commonwealth Lawyers Association. The krata Ababetoja. Ya omo warning Ghana man penyini. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And almost sign warning the acting Chief Justice, His Lordship Justice Baffoe Bonnie. Obibusa say Commonwealth Lawyers Association eyekuo ben. Now, the Commonwealth Lawyers Association was founded in 1978 in the United Kingdom. Ya say Oshe omo objectives noa. Baako ensuring that the common bond of Commonwealth is preserved and fostered. Mienu strengthening professional links between members of the legal profession. Miensa maintaining the honor and integrity of the law profession. And 9 promoting uniformity in the standards of professional ethics in law. Enum encouraging improved standards of education in the law field. Insia promoting the administration of justice and protection of human rights in accordance with the principles enshrined in the Harare Declaration of 1991. The association is made up of over 40,000 lawyers and 2,000 seasoned judges across Commonwealth states. Now, Commonwealth Lawyers Association, it is governed by a council. Yeah, council made up of 60 members drawn from some of the most senior legal professionals in the Commonwealth today. Professionals ni bini day. Odo ani chire mo the Commonwealth Lawyers Association ni omode krata aba bonten EDB akoma Ghana mampanyini ene the acting Chief Justice. There were Chief Justices of England and Wales. Omo kasa koyimu. UK Crown Court. Judge ni a otie dwamu. Or a member of the Commonwealth Lawyers Association. Chief Justices of these countries: Tonga, the Cayman Islands, Papua New Guinea, Malaysia, India, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, and the Bahamas. Chief Justices say what's and amaya mabosu nyina no constitute members of the Commonwealth Lawyers Association. And a nay and prempre ya say there were 3 sitting judges with the International Criminal Court with the Hague. Ya omu nyina members of the Commonwealth Lawyers Association. And you know, it is no mean an association. Now, mama the brief history and fact about baby a kratai efri airban mohunu the import of the messenger kratai ekari. Now, the Commonwealth Lawyers Association raises concern over suspension of Ghana's Chief Justice. The association has expressed serious concern over the suspension of Ghana's Chief Justice, Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Torkonoo, describing the action as one that raises fundamental questions about judicial independence and the rule of law. Again, the appointment of the acting Chief Justice, according to the association, is also an action that also raises serious fundamental questions on our judicial independence. In a statement issued on the 9th of May 2025, the Commonwealth Lawyers Association urged Ghanaian authorities to adhere strictly to constitutional provisions and international standards that govern the removal or suspension of judges. Enye krata ketwa. The CLA echoed these concerns, noting that while judicial accountability is important, the bar for suspending or removing a judge must be high to prevent political interference. Suspension of a judge raises important issues for the rule of law, the Commonwealth Lawyers Association said, referencing the Commonwealth Latima House principles. Judges should not be subject to suspension or removal only for reasons of incapacity or misbehavior that clearly render them unfit to discharge their duties. The Commonwealth Lawyers Association further highlighted the risk of abuse, noting that suspension powers could be used to intimidate or punish judges for decisions that displease the executive or powerful individuals in societies. Citing the Privy Council ruling in RE, Chief Justice of Gibraltar, the statement emphasized that a judge's removal is only justified when their conduct destroys confidence in their ability to perform judicial functions. While the Commonwealth Lawyers Association acknowledged that there are instances where it is appropriate to remove a judge temporarily to preserve public trust, it insisted that any such action must be governed by procedural fairness, including 1. The presumption of innocence, 2. Right to legal representation, 3. Sufficient time apportioned to the judge to prepare a defense, 4. The right of the judge to present and challenge evidence, 6. A right to reasons for decisions, 7. A possibility of judicial review or appeal. The Commonwealth Lawyers Association has therefore urged the President that Ghana's ongoing process be guided by these international practices, or the country face further sanctions. CLA also advised the Ghanaian government to include the UN Basic Principles on the Independence of the Judiciary and the 2015 Compendium on Judicial Appointment and Removals, published by the Birmingham Center for the Rule of Law. The Commonwealth Lawyers Association expresses the hope that all parties involved will act reasonably and proportionally. The association also confirmed it would send some of its seasoned judges to Ghana to monitor the situation and maintain contact with the Ghana Bar Association as the matter progresses. Signed, His Lordship Justice Ebenezer Rito. The way a krata a free Commonwealth Lawyers Association. Say yemfa bi mire mampanyi, yemfa bi enkoma the acting Chief Justice on the suspension and the premeditated removal of embattled Chief Justice Her Ladyship, Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Torkonoo. The interesting times ahead. Already, the World Women Lawyers Association at the Krata Betudja. Already, Association of African Lawyers. Omonso Krata Aba Betudja. The Ghana Bar Association. Omonso Ekrata Aba Betudja. Omokradie. Omo ekopase a resolution. And the Commonwealth Lawyers Association, made up of seasoned chief justices across some 10 countries. Chief justices of England, Wales, Tonga, Cayman Islands, Papua New Guinea, Malaysia, India, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, and the Bahamas. After UK Crown Court, sitting judge. After 3 sitting judges, with the International Criminal Court in Hague. Omunyina constitute to the Commonwealth Lawyers Association, Edikatei, Ababetuga.
Within 120 days, Obuase killings. Within 120 days, Nina Hinidia no crowd the chair. Yes, a mabunu be a munia baku efrimu. Ena umu eye mabuni umuye biania, then no bakusha soja atadie. Ehona na chese ya boni tu maniti, a mama ye PF initi monus where work and in no way no. Nina ya killings nibi. E umu say nye elections related killings. It's no be argument and say and say within 120 days near that no so all no and say munu be sia
within the same period
or they can no ye but I mean marking within the 120 days in there and you can Ahmed Swale or can ya also West Wogong and this animal who say investigations have commenced on some of these issues media man VRS pillage in fact or say obey initiative probe into that one me who say probe need started but the next one also compensation need there me know yet here who any compensation package.
And obey new Mr. Kofi, our chairman for the committee now, Minister for Energy, Akasamo say proposals no maybe investigation now come no or must specify say compensating it.
Very well, but to initiate steps to compensate. I don't know whether that side is 50-50. Until you better say steps have been initiated to compensate them and now.
Yeah, it has been because some more your bank accounts be
very well. Nice one. Until you better me the honama. And the last one, carry out shake-up of all loss-making SOEs and realign them to break even. In fact, me who say shake-up biya koso. It was state-owned enterprises ni BMU. Minister President to omu for admonition. So Muma state-owned enterprises and MA profit in Kakana Ebo Maineka. Those admonishments will not constitute a shake-up. Shake-up ni realignment. So Bekika can be a boom. Who say I can't State Housing Corporation. Any be before STC Fabum and I can't we anyway be a boom near didn't you say meeting me ask on zero main farm man. Okay, can you now boom a raw score for me 64%. But me babe weighted analysis na mene Ghana for chen by Monday. 100 years specifically no we will assign obiani ni impact. Mampaninka timi ye ebia we yan kenon kwampo betimi ama ebia this percentage of adi ebi bu ye ha to launch and there 1 week betimi that launch ni nyina to commence ni there ebi betimi a commence but ne ye implement no onu anim so timi ye yanka emuduro no be wosoro pa.
Okay,
this submission amaye yi nkyere say Ghana fo akade no mu ka no many omunya adwene. But what I'm saying is that say for no 120 ne dia and this is the conversation I want to have. Okay. But say call abonten dia then you betimi aka ne aka naka ho because sebi me your mampania anka wo care the rate at which enema bo e kosoro no
meanwhile dollar so bafom
ha na me say unia afedo cancer TV3 na me ne bon komam ka say o share gutani a me ma ne nya ne nwa say gutani be ma no explanation gutafo eso sina me ye ne omun kasa o wa gya tum say dollar na e bafom ye bisa o say nti wo be ye ho bibi kakra ma mo ne ma na bafom kakra na o say enema ma nema bo koso na nya dollar nko a ene yenim ba yenim say dollar nso wo mu chefa kese pa
eno na mo die nyina so kese so.
It is $1 number from the engineer cowboy and someone. I was 16 also by Jimmy 1,000 Ghana City. And now 13.2.
Still by Jimmy 1,000.
Oh, say then good for Adaroma, yes, Remo. And no me no class don't ask that question. I know the possible answer on Obama all the reasons in the world why they can't reduce their prices. Guta Mestre Musa Subana ya na musumunyai. O de senya no kwa na mamu niema boba from kra no a eno wo chefa kese pa.
Temu hwan so kaka man.
Ya so kakra bi kra ne say oh
dollar ne ba from no monyoma no so ba from.
Absolutely.
Na say obi a wo chefa wo mani chichiri mu.
Yes.
Okay.
No ya kra ne doso ya kan kra ne doso na ya kan na ye doso a si e bibia be nya big impact no na ye mum kra to wo twen aban ne ministers kakra ya wa paw no. We think they are supposed to cause the change, but when we cause the change on the market, can you imagine the impact? Ebeba. Everybody almost 10 cedi, 20 cedi. Me do a boise a crofom kwano so na obi aboa body egu anam so had me tie bia. Me do no ma wa aboa body edu miensa no mu kra ho nya fe kakra bi. Ade a me fa 5 mra. 5 is 50 cedi and 500 Ghana cedi na me fa mra. Na ohun se mete ka mu ntia na oh there be o body no na we kura no yi ba ku say dey chem say na say we kura ye 22 million nti wa boa me pa no dey ma me miensa
O dey more to football.
nti the best avenue out there kan kwa me
Mate, the voice of Professor Smart Sapon and Namote, Director, Institute of Research, Innovation and Development. Also, din adwinche o mampeni 120 days social contract oni omei inyai. Nanabi, wala ma lawyer, you do so abubuwa no.
Minya odi ahen kan me dase. Me de say prof kasa no qualify ni say nkomo a wodi no ni nyina so no ye omampani na nkasa the questions are setting na ono an market no na wogina so na no kwasam no se enye na Ghana fo dodo na no egina so na odi mema woni medu
Makuma kudu. Hey.
It will rubbish sa niema o keke ni nyina se be Ghana fo anto abama se afina brabe conferences consultation brabe luncheon debut not at all ni di kan o mampeni se oba ono de ministers no obetiso
Watiso.
No kre na nteso no na ni nyina so nyina ne se the impact on the public purse enye nteso keke o enye sa wotiso ne ehu numbers ne keke o dabi wotiso ne ehu ensunsanso a ye benya e wo sikasemu o mampani ate so no kre na so na make say me hu aban a wa form committees BBR committee at the last count 4 months na committees in kwan watenkwan no abro aduonu 20 yate committee we kohwehwe we mu yate committee we kohwehwe we mu yate committee we 20 ne toso mienu
Se bia banda da no nyoma bia mo ye ya ewe se ohwehwe mu no ti na wati committees no
debi ye ka o se obeye lean government ana o se wati
ministers sure
o ti so no o di akwakoshe committee semu number 1 number 2 ana wasa creative portfolios Jubilee into obi a director of agric meanwhile you agric minister obi a in charge of agric business meanwhile ministry bi on why say agric business e ka ho wa mema portfolios ha be edu ni nyina nso no tumi no as our ministries na ne hu ne say ebra na yewura Akufo-Addo e wa ban mu na o say Oko office of the president ye the 340 million and a bo akohoma na eso omu ye deda ka se debe nkwa na ekoso wo dede pa odi ena me no ka say sa 340 million ye nya ho mo ben so and they 2.7 billion and the way you Mahama kachi
Say any the manage your party.
Na me see ye wura na danko kufa do ho no. Mo si 340 ne de. Eso dodo. Na den kwa na oye wo. Te ne den kwa na mo so mo ye wo Jubilee wo se be dan nsesan o. Dan ye ntunko wiem o. Da bi eno a ehwa na etim. De den kwa na ye wo ho na anu a mo ka se ye wura kufu ado. Ono de na 340 million. Na nei eno kwa mo ho nsa ba nson 2.7 billion Ghana cedis ena wo. We link up Debbie. Ni atoso mienu. Ene boko aye hu chenda. Boko aye hu chenda. Ena atra na dia ba. So many places out of the northern part of Ghana. The insecurity there. Look, Yera Mahama. Na aya na me yase me kan say. Na nanu mo asem.
Say